Hey, this is Drew Branyan with Home Team Inspection Service and wanted to talk a little bit about pre-listings and why we still think they're super important even though we're in a crazy fast seller's market. So a lot of people are like, why would we get a seller's inspection now when a buyer is just going to come in here in a couple weeks and get one done? Well, we're going to give you a story on it, but really it means avoiding risk and lessening the risk for you guys. So if you get an inspection done now and you go ahead and get some of the repairs done now, that's going to shorten that summary statement in the inspection report from maybe 30 items. If you can get that down to 10 items, that's going to lessen the fear of the buyer and show that your seller has taken great care of the house. One of the other things that you can do with that is lower the cost of the repairs for your seller. What I mean by that is there are some things that a handyman can do that you don't need a licensed electrician or a licensed contractor for. If you wait until the due diligence portion of the contract and the buyer starts negotiating with you, oftentimes they are going to ask for a licensed contractor, a licensed plumber, a licensed electrician, which is going to up the cost for you pretty substantially. So this allows you to control a little bit more with the repairs, do them a little bit cheaper, and again, shorten that summary section. So one of the stories that I wanted to tell as to what made me think of this, because at first I was like, don't get a pre-listing inspection because the houses are moving so fast that you don't need it from a marketing perspective. But here's one story that I heard from an agent a couple weeks ago that has really stuck with me. And this was a buyer, got an inspection done, came back, and the issue was maybe $2,500 if the seller had gotten it fixed ahead of time. Agent recommended a pre-listing inspection. Seller decided they didn't want to spend the money on doing it. Completely their option, right? So what ended up happening is this $2,500 issue, plus some other issues in the report that were basically just old age, typical things in a house, ended up in a $10,000 ask to the seller. Well, the seller was kind of stuck. They had already taken it off the market. So they ended up selling the house for $10,000 less than they would have if they had done a pre-listing inspection and gotten some repairs done ahead of time to eliminate some of that negotiation window. So, emotions come into play. Pre-listings help take some of that emotion out, lowers the fear level of the buyers, can help save your sellers some money, even though you are going to be asking them to spend a couple $100s up front to get this done and get repairs moving. So hopefully that's helpful for you. Our pre-listing special, $349 for anything up to 4,000 square feet. And then also we're offering one for $499 that is a pre-listing inspection. Plus we'll also deliver your sign for you, place the lockbox for you, give a little COVID package with some hand sanitizer, some gloves, some booties, and then we'll come pick everything up for you once the house is closed. So if that's of interest, that's $499, and you can book it at hometeam.com/triad.